Alright, I'm on hole number 8 of the Fuji Open. It's Wednesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Okay, hole number 8. See, here's the problem. If you have, okay, let's talk about this hole real quick. If you have an upper developed extra mile, you can hit past the sand if you bring a 5 power ball. So you bring a 4 power ball, you bring a 3 power ball, and so what's happening is if you bring a 3 power ball, your landing zone is in this very narrow part of the neck right here. And so you pretty much have to hit a max overpower shot perfect in order to land in that spot. And you want to be as far forward as you can because you're trying to bounce over this fairway area and end up out here in the clear. So if you have some power 5 balls hitting here, now I will tell you I hit a power 5 ball here yesterday with an extra mile 8, and I actually was able to get in between these two sand traps, and I ended up over here and was able to chip in for eagle. I've played this hole a lot in the past, and trying to get in between these two, I don't know that I've ever done that before. The goal really is to land out here. So if you're doing the max overpower shot with a power 5 ball, you're probably not going to need to use all of the topspin. You're probably going to need to be 3, maybe 3.5 topspin short of max, so that you end up short out here so you don't end up in the sand. Now I don't know, I've got an extra mile 8 and I have Titans, but hitting this spot right here is difficult. If you have lower developed clubs, I would highly recommend coming out here with a quarterback. And I like to split these landing zones into sections. So draw from the green to that sand trap and draw over here. This is the area you want to land, and I like to split that in half. So my landing zone should be something like this. This is the triangle that I'm trying to hit into. And anywhere in that triangle is going to open up this mouth so I have a straight in shot to the green. If you've got a sniper, viper, whatever's the most accurate, best ball guide wood in your bag, that's the one you're going to want to use. And it's more of a run-up than it is a guardian shot. You're not necessarily going to backspin. So this is definitely a viable shot. The thing about hitting out here, though, is that if you overshoot this and end up in the rough, you're sunk. So it's better to be short in this triangle than it is to be long. But if you try for the shot out here, you know, in a worst case scenario, you're in the sand, you'll have to bounce off that island, which I'm not a big fan of, but this island is flat. A lot of these islands are curved where the island goes like this, and if you don't hit the absolute best spot, you're going for a ride. This one's flat, so it's not too bad. So if you're in the sand, you'll probably have to use it. If you're in the rough out here, you'll still probably have to use it. But you can recover if you've got good recovery clubs and you're in this area. If you've got really low developed clubs, your risk is that you'll end up in this water, and if you end up in the water, that's out of bounds. So if you've got lower developed clubs, come out here. But I'm going to go for this shot, and if I end up in the sand or the rough, I still think I can get on from there, but I'm going for it because I really would like to end up here in my short iron range. If I had the power 5 balls to burn, I would definitely bring a power 5 ball right now, but I don't, so I'm going to use a Titan. And I've only got 2 berserkers, so if I get into the weekend round, I may switch up and use those 2 berserkers in the weekend round, but I want to hold on to them. The weekend round's where it all counts, so the whole deal is to get into the weekend round and then pull out the stops in the weekend round. So I'm going to go ahead and bring a Titan, and I'm going to bring an extra mile. I want a Hornet in case I do get up there into my range. And in this account, the risk in this account, and I'm going to have to think about this here. It's 109. Not a lot of topspin. The risk here is, I know that if you're in this sand and you've got a Spitfire, you can get on. And your red line's up in here on this island, and it hits 129, so it hits 20 yards farther. So the risk is if I end up in that sand with the Malibu, I might not be able to get on. And that would be bad. That would be really bad. So let me think about this. Man, I would definitely do not want to end up blowing a shot here, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it just to see what the look looks like down there. go for it and see what it looks like. Let's have confidence. In the worst case scenario, let me switch. Yes, I got it. Caught it just right at the right moment. I can always switch to bag number 2 and use my quarterback and layup if I don't like the look. Okay, so there's the max overpower spot. Put on max. Really, I don't know that I need to put, I may not need to do max overpower just to get up there. I may be able to just, so it's 2-3, so it's going to push me in that direction. So I really want to land right there. So if I pulled the wind out, there's about 1 ring. I'm going to put just a little bit of overpower on it. Hitting it great to the left. Just trying to get it to roll out over there. I think that's going to put me in my short iron range. So my short iron hits 1.1, 1.9, 2.2 per ring. So if I'm at max club, it's 1.1. If I'm at mid, it's 1.9. If I'm at minimum, it's 2.2. And that's the way that I've played my short iron forever, and I'm super comfortable with those numbers. If you go to Golf Clash Notebook, I guarantee you those aren't the numbers they're going to show. So you have to figure out what you're comfortable with and how you feel about it. And some clubs, you can work those numbers. If you're not having the success that you think you should be having with a club, work the numbers, change the number, see what it does. The guy who started the Golf Clash Continental was talking about his B52, and he changed the numbers from what it should be for the traditional setup on it. Okay, so there is max Hornet, and there's minimum. So I'm at mid club, so I'm at 1.9 per ring. Go backspin and go right at it. That's 1.9 per ring. So that would be 3/8 would be 2. I'm going to do a 2-ring pull, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do an adjustment here. So I'm just going to hit it straight up. Oh, anticipation. That was all me. That was a bad shot, and that wind adjustment was right. Yeah, I don't have any extra wind adjustments on there, but that was definitely a look at it. I've picked up 2 shots in this round. Would have been nice to pick up that one. But what I really am happy about there, though, is that I was able to dribble out into this area and have a mid short iron shot without doing any really risky stuff. So that stuff I talked about at the beginning about doing the 5 power so you can get up there, you can get it done with a 3 power ball with a higher developed extra mile. So part of that is that I have all that top spin in the extra mile, so I can get it done without using a lot of overpower. You have to work these shots with the clubs that you have, and you have to play to your club's strengths. So in my lower level account, I played to my club strengths, and I didn't try and push the envelope. I did the layup shot. I came at it with a Viper, and I actually gave myself a super good look at it. I almost made that shot. All right, birdie. Left a little on the table for the opening and weekend round. I picked the rough bump albatross up on hole number 3, and I picked up the eagle on hole number 4. Would have been nice to kind of cap it off with this, but I still got an Albie look here on hole number 9. Oh. Good luck in the tournament. That was brutal. Brutal. All right, that was hole number 8 of the Fuji Open and Wednesday's qualifying round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.